Yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Clouds and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so as you guys know, Deepwoken dropped 2 days ago. This has been like one of the most hyped up Roblox games of the year. And the game hit around like 45k players day 1, and 2 days later it's still pulling around 30k players. So well over half the player base is still enjoying the game. But the game is 400 Robux, so that brings up a big question. Is it worth it? Should you buy this game for 400 Robux? That's $5. That's a lot of money for some people, and a lot of people haven't had a chance to play the game. There's a lot of people that are on the fence about the game because they don't know if it's worth it. We're gonna be going over all of that in this video, talking about my honest thoughts about the game. Do I think it was overhyped? Did it meet my expectations? We're gonna go over all of that in the game, and by the end of the video, you will have a good idea of if this game's for you and if you should buy it. Before we get into the video, boys, we are on the road to 60k subs, so I'd greatly appreciate if you guys joined the Clouds gang, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like and subscribe button as well as that bell notification. But yeah, let's get straight into the video, boys. Let's find out if this is a game you should buy. Alright, so we have a decent amount to cover in this video because we're going to be going over a lot of things, the pros and cons I think of this game, what you can do in this game, what this game even is about. So I would really appreciate if you guys watched through the whole video because I genuinely do like this game and I believe some people are not giving it the chance it deserves. First off, I just want to say to clear any confusion, this game right out the gate will not be for everyone. If you guys are not into roguelikes, if you guys are not into wiping systems, this game will not be for you. This is a very hardcore game that has little to no hand holding. It pretty much just throws you into the game with zero clues, zero arrows pointing you the right direction. You're gonna come into this game clueless, and the game has a permadeath feature. You have 3 lives, 2 in the real world and 1 in this world called the depths. Now, if you die 2 times in the real world, you will go to this place called the depths, and this is a very difficult underwater place. You have a chance to escape the depths, and if you escape it, you can regain all of your lives. However, if you die in the depths, you wipe completely, you lose your character progression, and you have to start over from level 1. That is a really intense game right there. Now, the whole permadeath system can be a plus and a con. A lot of people will look at it and be like, why would I spend hours grinding on this game just to lose it in a couple minutes to some player or NPC? But on the flip side, a lot of people also like that side of the game. And so just based off of that thing alone, a lot of people won't like the game. So what is the objective of Deepwoken? It's really whatever you make of it. In Deepwoken, you're your own story. The game does have lore. It takes place in medieval times and there's a lot going on. However, this game is very comparable to Zelda Breath of the Wild in the sense that the game really promotes you to explore. This is a really adventure exploration based game to the point where sometimes if you try to upgrade your stats, the game won't let you until you go out, explore, kill some mobs, go to different islands. So it really through and through promotes exploration and adventuring. Now, what I mean by you kind of make your own story is the game doesn't really have any real quests telling you exactly what to do, where to go. You kind of just decide what it is you want to do in the game. If your objective is to go out and adventure and monster hunt and kill bosses, you can do that. If your objective is just to adventure, find out all the lore about the game in PvE, you can do that. If your goal is just to simply gank people and be the best at PvP, you can do that. This game is really whatever you want to make of it. And a lot of people will like that the game has any sort of direction you want to take, and a lot of people won't like it. For some people, this game has no appeal to them. You kind of get into the game and you don't know anything. You don't know anything, but that's the whole point of the game. It's supposed to be hardcore. It's meant to be like that. Now, do I think the game is overhyped? I've gotten this question quite a bit. A lot, actually. And for me personally, I'm into games like these. I used to play games like Rust, Dead Cells, you know, roguelike games where you could spend hours trying to progress and beat these levels just to lose it in a couple of seconds. So these type of games really appeal to me, and for me, I don't think the game was overhyped at all. In fact, I think it was underhyped. However, on the flip side, for certain people, this game will feel like an overhyped game. The reason is some people don't like the appeal. Deepwoken really is an acquired taste, if that makes sense. A lot of people find the fact that you have to explore and you're probably going to spend hours running around blindlessly not knowing what you're going to do. A lot of people find that boring. So there are a lot of pros and cons for some people with Deepwoken. One of my pros is really the combat. The combat is a parry based system which is derived from reaction time and skill. In this game, since it promotes and rewards skill so much, it feels rewarding when you actually accomplish something. Now, no hate to something like GPO, but in GPO you could literally hop in a private server and within 20 minutes you will learn a OP combo and it'll just make you good. In this game, stuff like that does not fly. This game you have to actually really practice. The parry based system is really intricate and you have to get the timing down. There are also a bunch of different mechanics such as attack canceling, roll canceling, move canceling, and it really all plays into the skill based mechanics of it. There's going to be a lot of baiting, there's going to be a lot of feints and everything like that, which makes up for a really skill based and fun PvP system. Even when I'm losing, even when I'm on the losing end, I know I lost just because of my own skill issue rather than the game just being unbalanced. And I really liked how balanced this game is. It really just makes you feel like whenever you win, you really worked for that win. You don't feel like you just got carried by a OP weapon or OP ability. But I can also understand how some people won't like that about the game. The game is very complex with a lot of intricacies that you're going to have to figure out. And if you guys are actually enjoying the game, you will figure it out. Now, a lot of people will give up on the game because it's simply too hard, and that's okay. Roguelike games like these are definitely not for everyone. You will have a difficult time playing this game, and the game really does target a niche community. Now, a lot of people that think this game is very similar to Rogue Lineage, I can say right now that it is not similar to Rogue Lineage because Rogue Lineage had almost zero PvE capabilities to it, whereas Deepwoken, you can really play the entire game PvE based. You don't have to interact in PvP if you don't want to. If you get into a situation where you have to do PvP, you can literally just run and get away. I haven't had many times in this game where I've been forced to PvP. There may be a few, but like I said earlier, the game is really however you want to play it. It's whatever you make of it. You can go out and just vibe, you can go fish, you can go craft food, you can go out and explore and try to get loot. Like, you can play this game however you want, and that, in my opinion, makes it really worth it. I have never quite experienced a Roblox game or even any AAA game quite like Deepwoken, the experience that Deepwoken has given me. Alright, so now let's get into the question, should you buy the game? Now, if you ask someone like me, I would say 100% yes. This game is truly an experience, and I do believe everyone should be given the chance to at least experience this game. However, like I mentioned earlier, this game is very niche and it is targeted towards a specific audience. Not everybody's going to like this type of game. Not everybody's going to like the fact that you go into the game knowing nothing. There's no hand holding or even an arrow pointing you in the right direction. You're kind of forced to have to explore, going blind, and you're going to be taking a few L's. And a lot of people are not going to like that. That's both a pro and a con to this game, in my opinion. In my eyes, that's a really good, selling point for the game. And I really do like hardcore games, but that's me personally. You guys may not like this game. There's going to be some of you guys that are watching this video and you're not impressed by anything you're seeing in the game, and that's completely fine. The game's just not going to be for everyone. But then again, no game is. So again, if you guys ask me if the game is worth it, I'm going to say 100% yes. This is a game you should experience. But you also have to bring up the fact that not everybody's going to like a game like this. Not everybody's going to like the fact that you're going to have to take L's and perma-wipe and you're going to lose progression. So yes and no. I would say if you are willing to be open-minded and try something new, give the game a chance. If you guys are confused on if you like the game or not, bite the bullet, just give the game a chance. Play it a little bit, at least until you get a decent amount of spells, because the combat at first with no spells can get a little boring, but trust me, once you fight through that little bit of boring combat and you start getting spells, the combat goes crazy. So I hope this video helped you guys kind of decide if this game is worth it or not. Again, I've probably said this many times in the video, but I'll say it again. The game's not going to be for everyone. So a lot of these people saying the game is trash, Just because the game isn't for you doesn't mean the game is trash. So I would really say don't listen to what anybody else says. Everyone's experience is different. Some people will call the game bad falsely just because it's not for them. Try the game out for yourself, form your own opinion, and yeah, don't take my word for it. I've shown you guys the footage, I've told you guys about the game. Decide for yourself if this is a game you'd like. Anyways, it's been your boy Clouds, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.